Good morning, everyone. I hope you all doing fine. Today we're making jollof rice, oven baked jollof rice with goat meat. Okay? Please subscribe, share, comment, and then leave a question in the comment box if you have any. So, I will not bore you with any long talks. Let's get started. Over here, I have my goat meat, nice and fresh. I have my ginger. There is garlic. That's my carrot. And one green Scotch bonnet pepper and 3 other ones for the stew. This one will be for the meat. And then 2 medium-sized onions. And then a small one. Here I have my rice. I have my chicken seasoning cube, rosemary, bay leaf, cumin seed, anise seed, and fennel seed. All spices. We're going to blend all those up except for the bay leaf. That's going to be the seasoning for the meat, okay? And this is my tomato paste. I just took it out from the can and then in a small bowl. I think it's much better that way, so you guys can try that. And that's my tomato sauce for the stew. And we have salt. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we are going to blend the cumin seed, rosemary, fennel seed, and then the anise seed with onions, the green Scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, and then half of this ginger. Okay, we're going to use half to season the meat and then the other half with these 3 for the stew. Okay, so now we're going to start blending. So 1 green Scotch bonnet pepper, 2 garlic, and here I just chopped half of the ginger that I had. That also goes in there. The onion also goes in here. And then I'm going to chop half of this onion and then add it to it. This also go in here. Okay, so we're going to save the other quarter with this, and that's going to be for the stew. Now we're going to put everything here. So here we have the rosemary, fennel seed, cumin seed, and then the anise seed all goes in the blender. We're going to blend everything. Okay, so that's nicely done. Now we're gonna put this. So that's the seasoning for the goat, okay? Now we're gonna rinse this a little bit and then put it. The carrot is the last thing that will go in, okay? So just chill, relax, and see how I do my oven baked jollof rice. So we're gonna blend these ones. I'm gonna cut my ginger. So here, ginger is all chopped up, so as the onion also. I love ginger, okay? Ginger and onion. I cook with a lot of ginger and onion. Our meat is all seasoned up and it's on the fire. So as we wait for it to finish cooking, we're going to blend all of this, and that's for the stew. So that's our meat on the fire. This last half onion, quarter onion, we're gonna add it to okay, so that's also going there. So just a quick one again. I would like to go over so you know what we have in here. We have our garlic, 3 Scotch bonnet pepper, and then 1 full-size medium onion, 1 half medium onion, and then a small one. Okay, so that's about 1 full-size onion and then 1/3 something like that. So we're going to blend everything up, and that's for our stew. So there we have it. It's all blended now, but we're not going to use it yet. Reason is that I'm waiting for my meat to be all cooked, and then we're going to strain it, use the leftovers from the seasoning, add it to the pepper, and then blend it over again. So as we can see, our meat is all boiling. It's probably going to need about 10 minutes, and then it will be ready. The heat is still on high. I'm going to put it on 8, and we're going to leave it on 8 till the meat is done cooking. So just so you know what we're doing again, oven baked jollof rice. My pepper and ginger onion is all blended up in here. So we're just gonna wait for the meat to be well cooked, and then we can strain it and add the leftovers to this and blend it. Remember, they are all fresh seasons. You don't want to waste anything. They are all good and healthy. So our goat is almost done. It's been cooking for the past 8 minutes, and I said 10 minutes, so we're just gonna wait maybe 2 more minutes, and then it's gonna come off the fire. It's almost done. As you can see, it's all nicely cooked. So we're just gonna give it 2 more minutes, and then it's all done now. So our goat is all done now. We're gonna strain it and then add the leftovers to the blended pepper, ginger, onion, okay? And then we blend it again. So that's our goat looking all nice. Before we strain it, we're just gonna bring all the meat out. We're gonna take all the meat out and then strain the stock. So there we have our stock, and then we have our meat. So we're going to save this and fry it. And now we're going to strain our stock and then add the leftovers to the blended pepper, onion, and then ginger, okay? like I said, we are straining our stock. Okay, so our stock is all strained now. That's the stock and that's the leftovers. So we are going to add these leftovers to the pepper right here and then blend it. Okay, so as you can see, that's the leftovers in there, and then we're going to blend everything again. Just a quick blend so we can have it mixed with the onion and the rest, ginger, garlic, and the rest. So that's it. It's all nicely blended now. Now that our onion and then the seasoning leftovers are all blended now with the garlic, ginger, pepper for the stew, it's all blended up now. We are going to start frying our meat. So now I use sunflower oil. I don't know, but I just love the sunflower oil, so that's what I use. Let's see, that's enough oil. So our oil is on high. Just wait few seconds so it can heat up, and then we can start frying our boiled goat meat. So this is goat meat. It was seasoned with anise, cumin, fennel, rosemary, and 1 Maggi cube seasoning, and salt. So that's what we have here, and then we added 2 bay leaf to it. So it's all boiled now. It was on the fire for about 10-12 minutes, and then it's all done. Our oil is all heated up now, so we're gonna start frying our meat. Our meat is on the fire now. We're gonna fry this for about 10 minutes, and then it will all be done. As soon as you see it getting all brown, that means your meat is done frying. So as you can see, our meat is on fire and it's frying. So just give it a little bit of time, about 10 minutes, and you'll be done. So as you can see, our meat is getting there. Yeah, and it's only been on the fire for about 3 minutes, and it's getting there. So by the end of the 10 minutes, you see that your meat is all nice and brown. That's how you know that it's done. Beautiful. So we turned it, we checked on it. We're going to leave it for a bit, and then we check on it for the last time. By the end of the 10 minutes, our meat will be done. So as you can see, our meat is all done. It's all nice and brown now. We're going to take it out of the oil. And then, so after we took our meat out, we put in the blended pepper, onion, the leftovers from the stock, and then the ginger. So this is our stew now. Okay, we just started our stew. This is the pepper, onion, ginger, and then the leftovers from the blended stock. It's been on the fire for about 4 minutes now. We're gonna wait for a little bit more, about another 5 minutes, and then the next thing that's gonna come in here is our tomato paste. Okay, so we're gonna check on our thing now. Now the heat is in between 7 and 8. I'm gonna put it on 7. This is the time our tomato paste comes in the fire, in the stew. So just about 2.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. That's 2. Because of the quantity of rice I'm cooking, I'm not going to put too much tomato paste in there. So now our tomato paste is in there with the pepper. This will not be on the fire for long, maybe just 4 minutes, 5 maximum, and then our tomato sauce comes in. So we're getting there gradually. Our stew will not take too long, will not take much time. It will soon be done. Remember, we are making oven baked jollof rice with goat meat. Okay, and the only vegetable we have here that we're going to add is our carrots. I think I showed that earlier on in the video. Now we're going to cover it and leave it for about 4 minutes. So now we're going to add our tomato sauce. The paste was already in here and it's been there for about 5 minutes now, and it's looking very good. This is the time to put in your tomato sauce. Stir it, and then this will also need about 5 minutes. Then we can add our rice to it. Remember, it's oven baked, so don't wonder why I'm doing it in this small pots, because it's going to go in the oven. So we will transfer everything back into a pan and then it goes in the oven. So we're going to leave this for about 5 minutes and then our rice can come in. Before our rice comes in, we're going to put our bay leaf. 2 more bay leaf. Remember, I haven't put in any seasoning so far. I haven't put in anything so far. Anything, I mean any seasoning so far, because whatever we had in there is seasoning enough. So what we will need is probably a little bit of salt, and that's it. We'll leave this covered for about 5 minutes and our salt can come in. We are going to check on our stew now since we put in the sauce. It's all looking cute, all looking nice. So once you see oil form on top of it, means your stew is done. So it looks like our stew is almost there, and it's only been on the fire for about 3 minutes. We're checking on it. We are going to leave it for about another 3 to 4 minutes, and then that will be it. We can put in our rice. Okay, because of the sprouter, cover it. So we're going to check on our stew now. nice and beautiful. So as you see the oil form on top of it, it means our stew is done to the point where we can add our rice to it. Remember, still again, I haven't put in any seasoning in it. We're just going to put a little bit of salt to taste. So that's how much salt I'm putting in there. Now our stew is done. We will transfer it into the pan and then add our rice to it, and then it goes right in the oven. So here we will just transfer everything into the pan now, and then add our rice to it. Okay, turn this off. Now we're going to add our rice to this. Remember, it's oven baked, okay? Mix it up. And we will need more rice. I'm gonna add a little bit more rice to this. So there we have a little bit of more rice, just so we can get an even texture. Okay, so we're just mixing this up. So this is how it looks now. This is how it looks now after mixing everything. Here, this is when we need our stock, okay? So that's our stock from the meat, and that's what we are going to use to cook our rice. So this is why we needed the stock. That is why we didn't throw it out. We have all the ingredients in there, all the seasoning and everything in there, and that is also the reason why we didn't put any seasoning cube or any kind of seasoning in our stew because of the stock. We have everything in there already, so you don't want to over season your food. So looking at how it is right now, I just need a little bit of water. Here, a little bit of water, and that should be it. So this we will just taste for salt to see after we put in the stock and everything, because we didn't put any seasoning in our stew. We just put a little bit of salt in our stew. So we will just taste for salt, and if it's at the point how you want it, then you can put this in the oven right away. If not, you will just put in a little bit of salt to the taste as you want it. So we're going to check for salt, as I said, and then if it's how we want it, then that's it. If not, then we're going to put a little bit of salt. Just season it as how you want. So the salt is fine for me. We're going to cover it with foil. And then the oven is already preheated. It's on 380, okay? We're going to cover our rice now with foil, and then it goes straight in the oven. So we covered everything with foil, and it's gonna go straight in the oven. Remember, the oven is already preheated at 380. There we have our rice. So after a little while, we will come and check on our rice. Probably maybe after 15 minutes, we'll check on our rice. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes now. Our jollof is still in the oven, and we are going to check on it. So this is how it's looking now. We will be checking on jollof rice now. We're just turning it. It's looking very nice. Okay. So as we can see, it's coming along. We will put it in the oven for another 15 minutes, and by the time we come back, it should be ready. So for the meantime, we will be getting our carrots ready, but I'm gonna put my meat. I'm gonna put my meat. Some people put it right away in the stew and then add the water and the stock, but I don't do it that way. I just add it right now because it's already cooked and it's fried, so it's cooked enough. You don't want to overcook it, okay? So this is when I put in my meat. This is when I put in my meat, and the carrots will be the last thing to come in, and then our jollof will be done because the meat is already cooked, it's fried, so it's good enough. You don't want to overcook it, so I don't put it in the stew and then add the water again. If you do it that way, it will just be overcooked, okay? So this is how I do mine. This is the time I bring in the meat, and then I'm going to cover it. I'm going to cover it now and then get our carrots ready. I'm going to cut our carrots, and then that will be the last thing to come in. So that's it. We can push this back in the oven. So that's our carrots. We are gonna cut it, and then that will be the last thing to go in the jollof rice, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna cut our carrots. So this is how I cut it. It's already washed and clean. So this is how I cut my carrots because it's the last. Okay, so this is the size I'm cutting my carrots because it's the last thing to go in. You don't want to cut it too big. So that's how I cut my carrots. We're just getting it ready. So by the time we check on our rice, the carrots will be ready to go in, and that's the last thing. Okay, so the carrot is all ready now. That's how I cut my carrots, and we are done with the chopping. So now we're waiting about 15 more minutes, then we can put the carrots in the rice, and then we're done. So we are going to check on our rice now. Okay, so it's almost done. Now we put in our carrots. Now our carrots is in now. As I said, that's the last thing that will go in, and then our rice is done. Now let's just turn it and mix it. Wow, our rice is looking good. Yep, so it's all nicely cooked now, as you can see. Okay, so that's it. That's everything we're gonna put in there. It's almost done. Since our carrot is in now, we are gonna cover it again and leave it for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then it will be done. As you can see, it's nicely cooked, like nicely baked. So we are gonna cover it again and leave it in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So we're checking on our rice now, and it's all done, beautifully baked. Beautiful. So as you can see, it's all done now. That's how I make my oven baked jollof. It's all done now. Okay, so that's it. Our jollof rice is done. As you can see, it's all nicely cooked, nicely baked. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, share, comment, like, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments section and I'll answer it for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.